Nobody wants to see you, that's for sure.
What's up, guys? You know what time it is. It's the VIP Lounge. Tonight we have Mr. Manabo, one of the OGs. What's going on, Manabo?
Say hi, Ollie. Oh, what's up, guys? Gang, Doom Crew do a bunch of Doom Crew things. Like we were telling Jason earlier, we got a pregnant hooker and her pimp in the back in like the third row seat. You know what I'm saying? They're hiding back there. We don't want them in the video. Yeah. It's a whole privacy act thing that they got going on. Yeah.
Oh, so we do have the whole Doom crew in the back. Sorry, I wasn't even looking. I was actually, I was.
They're definitely out there. They're definitely back there.
So hey, first off, I gotta ask. I've been asking everybody this as soon as they get on. How did you get involved in GTS? How did you meet Grim?
All right, so you guys know Tony Emerald.
Yeah.
Tony Emerald is actually my real life uncle.
Really?
And I've been watching him wrestle since I was little. Like, I got into wrestling because of him. Just being 5 years old, him living with my grandma. I was living with my grandma. Watching him wrestle through the years, and then this was about 4 years ago now, 5 years ago. He started training me, and then 4 years ago it'll be. He introduced me to Grim. He asked me, he's like, yo, do you want to go on this YouTube show called Grim Toy Show? And I never heard of it before that day. So I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess, can I wrestle on it? And he's like, yeah. He's got a ring. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went out there. It was me and Lance, actually, because Lance was his other student. And stayed over his house. The next day, we went to Grim's house, and that was it, basically. I fucking, because of Grim, I got where I am at today, I got clout. Ollie doesn't have clout. I have so much clout. Ollie doesn't have clout. I have clout. I'm a clout god. G-O-D, say my name right.
You had to deal with a lot of shit from Grim, though.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, what he used to call you, what was it? Bush bitch all the time? How did you feel about that?
Well, y'all saw me beat his ass for it, right? So that's how I felt about that. That's how I felt about that. But, Grim's a good dude. I actually, like I said, without him, Ollie knows it too. Like, we wouldn't, be where we're at today. I mean, Ollie wouldn't be where he's at without me. Wow. But gas yourself up a little bit more, buddy. Oh, I'm gassing. Gosh, I'm gassing it, bro.
So is that actually known? Like, is that the first time you mentioned that about Emerald, or has that ever been out there before?
No. Actually, no. This is the first time.
Oh, exclusive. There you go.
Yeah. Obviously, the roster knows, yes. Obviously, because we're all friends outside of this. I mean, I like a couple of them. Not a lot of them, but, what it is. But, yeah, this is the first time publicly, that anybody knows that Emerald is my uncle.
So were you there when he did that moonsault?
Yeah. Yes, we were. When he hurt his neck?
Yeah.
No, actually, so we were at the show in Padawan. So we were at another show at the the SWF show when he hurt his neck. Yeah. He hurt his neck at that trash place SWF. we were at an EWA show in our hometown in Padawan, and we were in the locker room just before our match came on, and Tony Cheney called Hollywood Hooligan. Hooligan was on the show with me. Cheney was there at SWF, and let them know that my uncle just almost broke his neck because they didn't know what was going on, So, and it's crazy because he did that moonsault I don't know, countless times. Like he just countless times, and he's always nailed it. Best moonsault I've ever seen, really. And he just lost his footing. I'm glad he's all right. He doesn't really do the moonsault too much anymore after that. But I'm sure he can still hit it.
Yeah. I mean, right now he has he's teaming up. His tag team name is the Family Jewels.
Yeah, yeah,
With his son.
Hack Ruby.
I'm surprised you guys never teamed up really then, and I'm surprised Grim didn't play off of that.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we never even had a conversation with Grim about that either. It just never came to, like it just never came to be that way. I mean, I've always wanted to team up my uncle. Like I actually wrestled him in PA one a couple years back. We were down for triple double A. It was me, Jose. You guys remember Yes by Jose when we were the Manabros. So it was me and him versus Tony Emerald and Cletus. And so I got to wrestle my uncle in the ring, not a one-on-one match. I want to try to do it this year or next year. I mean, obviously with COVID and wrestling, so like all the COVID bullshit going on, so we can't really wrestle. But hopefully maybe next year I'll finally be able to get my uncle one-on-one.
I'm actually he's gonna be on this show soon as well too. In the
Oh
near
yeah,
future.
that check on the hookers in the back, bro. You gotta make sure they're not ODing. Hey, bitches, put down the needles and relax. Damn it. Yeah,
There you go.
Hey, keep the bitches in charge. Damn it.
We are best friends. Were you there for that amount of time when he was in the warehouse?
Which one?
Where he had to make kid friendly stuff?
Yes, yes. So Grim hit me up, and Grim wanted me to play one of the trolls. All right, so because at the time the Trolls movie came out,
Yeah.
and because of my afro, he wanted me to play a troll, which I was down for, but I didn't have a car, and the only time that I was able to get is when Ollie was able to go, and for a while, me and Ollie, we were going strong in the first warehouse. That's where we won our tag titles together for the first time. Um, you know, um, and then it turned into, Ali just kind of went, into a little bit of funk, and he just really didn't want to wrestle. He was going through stress in his life, you know what I mean? So, and I didn't have a car once, that was like the first time I didn't have a car, and then just from there on, more and more times that I've tried to get there and just never had a car. Cars kept blowing up on me every time.
Sabotage. It was his fault, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was definitely Ollie's fault. I got tired of driving all the way 45 minutes north to go an hour and a half south. 3 hours of driving, dress up for 4 minutes.
So I gotta ask, because the first thing you think of when you say Manabo is the first things you think of is obviously the hair and the red shirt.
Yeah.
So where did that come from? Like, did you just show up with a red shirt one day, or?
Walmart. Okay, all right. So I'll tell you right now. All right, so Manabo is actually all right because I'm half Filipino. I'm half Italian, half Filipino, but I pay tribute to my Filipino side because I look more Filipino than anything. Batista is my favorite wrestler of all time growing up. I mean, obviously, the new Attitude Era fan. That's the time I grew up in. The Rock, Stone with Triple H and all those guys. But like, my genuine favorite wrestler is Batista. And when I found out he was Philippine, part Filipino, I was like, okay, bet. So the night before going to Grimm's house, I didn't have a name, and my uncle was like, "You gotta try to come up with a name." And I was just throwing out random names, and my uncle was like, "No, it's dumb, stupid, dumb, dumb, dumb." And so I did some research, and originally I was going to be what my Twitter handle is, Tim Lapu. Okay, everybody thinks it's LeFou. Friends, no, it's LaFou. Um, and my uncle was like, maybe, I don't know, blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I did some more research. Chief Lapu-Lapu actually is a national hero in the Philippines. He stopped the Spaniards from colonizing the Philippines for like 500 years, right? So I was like, yo, he's their god basically. So I'm gonna be a wrestling god like JBL. That's it. So then I realized I don't know shit in the ring yet. So like I was like, yeah, that's not gonna go over well. Um, so I teetered like I kept researching things. I stay up till like 5 o'clock in the morning researching shit, and I came across this tribe, the last remaining warrior tribe in the Philippines, called the Manabo tribe, and they fought like their ancestors fought alongside Chief Lapu Lapu. So I was like, yo, I'll be Manabo. It was perfect. I'm big. I'm strong like them. You know what I mean? Like, so shut the hell up. So I was like, Manabo is perfect, and yeah, that's where Manabo came up, and the red shirt. I had that red shirt. That was when I was just starting to hit the gym, so that was one of my workout shirts, and I didn't have tights of my own. As you can go back to like the early video days shit, like I didn't really have tights of my own, so I either wore a red shirt, I wore a Roman Reigns shirt when he was like first came into wrestling, in one episode, and then I ended up getting tights when I wrestled Jimmy Controversy. And as you all guys know, my ass crack was always hanging out, whatever. And then I did live shows and I had to duct tape my pants. And some of the promoters, especially my uncle, was like, "You need to take your shirt off. You need to take your shirt off." Cletus, who was also my trainer, he was just drilling in my head, "Take your shirt off, take your shirt off. You look bigger, meaner, nastier, like Samoa Joe and shit." So like, I just eventually, fucking I just didn't want to take my shirt off, and it wasn't until one night when Drew Gulak actually at an FWF show was like, "You either take your shirt off or you can get the fuck out the building now." Now
Wow.
I was pissed off at Drew Gulak. I wanted to punch this man in the face, right? But I thank him for it because without that tough love, again, I wanted to literally rip his eyeballs out and force feed him down his throat. I was gonna fucking do it. But I went out there and I did my thing. I was a little uncomfortable, but then I like realized like, okay, you know what? I'm meaner, nastier with the shirt off, and then I just got comfortable taking my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? So and that's when I got rid of the red shirt. And I actually have Drew Gulak's number, and I don't text him every day or talk to him like that. I recently texted him like back in February and told him like, hey, Drew Gulak, I was on an SWF show with you in Jersey before you went to NXT. And I thank you for, helping me like get over that hump of taking my shirt off. He answered back. He was like, no problem. Sorry, it was a little tough, but for the better, right? I was like, yeah. And then, pretty much the end of the conversation right there.
You didn't offer him a free red shirt?
Yeah. I should send him a red shirt. Yeah. I should send him a red shirt.
But that became part of like the character. It was like you always were in a red shirt.
Yeah, always was. Ollie used to fucking scream and yell at me all the time. Stupid red shirt. I had the same red shirt, and then they put me in a red shirt, and then they decided, oh, he's gonna be Oliver Bailey. He's gonna be a redneck. And they put me in overalls, and I look like fucking Mario. I look like fucking Mario in a goddamn video on YouTube with like 200,000 fucking views. I look like fucking Super Mario. Oh my god. Hold on. Give me here, Goose Mama. Goose Mama.
So I should link that video to this one, right?
Yeah.
I'll find it and put it in the link in the bio of this one.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I had some great times wearing that red shirt in Super Graham's yard. That red shirt actually made the Manabros like awesome because to come up so like Wampus was at an SWF show, and I think it was my first. No, it was my second SWF show. I was in a gauntlet match. No. Wait, no. It was my first SWF. match, and it was when I faced Grimm for the title at SWF Live in Barnegat. And I came out of the crowd and I saw Wampus sitting there, and there was a dude there, which happened to be Jose, which I didn't know Jose at the time, but he had an afro. And Wampus was in the crowd heckling me, and he's like, look, 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 this Manabo, this Manabo. And then he came to GTS filming one time, and Grimm was like, you guys want to pull twin magic like the Bellas and be the Manabos? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So, but then it never really came to anything because like I got hurt and I couldn't be there for a while. And then I got a new job where I couldn't be there for like a month or whatever, but I ended up quitting that job because I wanted to wrestle. So Wampus and Grimm had said to Jose, like, hey, why don't you just put on the red shirt and the long sleeves and black pants and just be fake Manabo? And so Manabo comes back. Jose was hesitant, so I was going to get mad. And I fucking watched the video and I died laughing because he was funnier than I fucking was. So like I was like, this motherfucker, so I gotta outdo him. And then we finally came face to face at the Regal Rumble at Supergrams, and it was great. And then, like I said, came the Manabros after that. That was before my good old Ollie over here. He still gives me shit for that, even though it was way before him. Way before him.
I think I was a face back then.
You were in Doom Crew. I mean, in DF.
Oh yeah,
he was in DF.
We've been talking about DF and like who has and hasn't been in DF. Like we were just talking to the Northeast Power Trip actually a couple days ago, and it seems like everybody at one point was in DF.
Yeah, all right. So I mean, I was for a brief second last summer.
Like, I was the innovator.
Eddie was always part of it, and then I was in it for a brief second. So after, like we talked about before we went live, the last time I was at GTS was last summer at Giant Sack and Heat when I beat Hog. And then I joined DF. That was supposed to be my face turn, like me and Grimm talking about face turn. Then Grimm went in a whole different direction, and then he became the bad guy. And then we were like, so I was kind of like, okay. I went along with Tommy and them coming in, and we were going to leave GTS the way Grimm was being a bad guy, just a storyline. And then, you know, nothing came to it. Like after that, like I tried to get my U.S. title match, like talk to Grimm about it, but there were some things going on, like with filming a couple weeks in a row that we just didn't do it. And then once again, the car I had, the car blew up, and I couldn't get there anymore. So I was like, okay, this fucking sucks.
Jesus, man.
I know, bro. I have no luck with cars, bro. This van that we're in now is mine, yeah. But I bought it last month and only drove it for 2 weeks. I had to bring it back to the dealership twice in a row for them to fix it for the last 2 weeks, bro. So I have no luck with cars. Well, hopefully this van will last, and me and Eddie can get back to GTS.
We have a comment in here that says, look, it's a couple of trash bags. Any guesses who that is?
Okay, hold on.
Whoa. Someone called us trash bags?
Okay.
That's Kurt Bale.
That's either Bale. That's Kurt Bale or Vlad. Is it Vlad?
Tommy Salami.
Oh, it's Tommy! Tommy! You look back! Oh, my fucking Brianna! Hey!
LTW Live says, hey, it's Ace Marksman.
Ace! What's up, Ace?
No one likes you, bro.
No, Ace, I love you, bro. I love it.
Swat City, bitch.
Swat City, bitch. Actually, Swat City has never beat Doom Crew. Ever.
Yet.
Yeah, never.
Hey, that match has to happen again then. Hey, make it. Book it.
Yeah.
When that match happens again, I'm bringing glass.
So, where did the whole catchphrase come from?
All right, so I just want to start by saying, fuck Kirk Cousins, okay? Because I started you like that. But because he's a National Football League player, everybody's like, no, it was from Kirk Cousins. So me, Ollie, and our friends, we were fucking, this is when I was actually drinking before I became a fucking super lightweight and never decided to drink. We was at a bar at our hometown, and, you know, we would just take a shot and be like, oh, you like that? And I'd be like, yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? And like that's where it came from. So I started saying you like that. And then here we go,
This
like
conversation. I don't like drinking.
and then like here we go. Like 2 months later, Kirk Cousins on the Redskins, he's screaming at the fucking in the locker room, "You like that? You like that?" I'm like, bro, this is bullshit. Nobody's ever gonna believe me. So
But it became like part of the character too.
yeah,
That
yeah.
and $20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Exactly. Exactly. Sorry. So $20 is $20 was actually it was just me goofing off with the fellas like in between taping. And I just used to try to like keep the mood light a lot of times. Like me, like in reality, I'm like a big jokester. I'm like, you know, I I just love to have fun. I don't like to be too. I don't like to be serious at all.
I can see
Part of
that.
my problem is, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like that's a little part of my problem. Like obviously I matured through the years, but I'm still, I just turned 30, and but I'm still like that where I should probably take things more serious, which I do a lot more now, but I'm still the guy that's always like, hey, man, you gotta have fun in life, So, when the guys would be too tired or like Grim would get angry or somebody would get mad because a move was done wrong or whatever, I would just try to lighten up the mood, So I started saying, hey, I'll suck your toes and drink your bath water. $20 is $20. When the guys they just used to laugh and roll and all that stuff. So, it
Popping
became
people, yeah.
that. And then actually, Ollie's girlfriend for our birthday, because he's 2 days older than me. We're both born in June. So Ollie's girlfriend for my birthday, as awesome as she is, she went down to Seaside and got those shirts made that says, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20."
Yes.
And yeah, and we should have got that shit like copyrighted, fucking coin, dimes, whatever you want to fucking call it, because as soon as our shirts went on GTS, that saying went fucking viral and it started popping up in fucking Walmart, Elf on the Shelf. Somebody made a meme of Elf on the Shelf with Barbie girls and just, bro, all this crazy shit talking about, and glory holes, $20 is like, we could have made fucking thousands off of that shit, man.
Ace says Eddie can take it deep. LOL.
So he's outside smoking his cigarette right now.
Tommy says Vlad versus Ali for old time's sake.
Who?
Vlad versus Ali for old time's sake.
Vlad versus Ali for old time's sake. Ali will definitely like that. So Tommy, actually, me and you got to get back in the ring, bro. So Tommy messaged me. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Yo," he sent me an old GPS video of the one and one time only that me and Tommy ever stepped in the ring together. And I believe he was IC champ, and I was going for the belt. And we had a match. But back then we were both, still learning on the fly, kind of, going training. I think now me and Tommy could put together a big man match that's better with psychology, and we just know the importance of ring movement and being in the center, and we're just a lot better than we were then. So be on the lookout for Manabo versus Tommy Salami too. Definitely gonna happen.
Who won that first one?
Tommy did. Tommy won.
So you definitely have something to prove then.
The sun was in my eyes though that day. Like Tommy can't legit beat me, but the sun was in my eyes that day. You know what I mean? So
Tommy said 100%.
what?
Tommy said 100%.
I'm with it, boy. I love Salami, man.
Pete Corvus is in the house.
Oh, Pete, fuck Pete. What's up, Pete? Little tiny little millimeter Peter.
He said, "Yo, Tommy versus Manabo at the next FOW show."
Facts. I'm with it.
So that's interesting. So we have, if you think about this right now, I mean, we have Ace Marksman, we have Doom Crew, and we have the Northeast Power Trip all in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be a pretty good triple tag.
Yeah, no, for sure. Get Manabo back in.
Yeah.
Which I just found this out. So when I was doing lookups for like to try to get like fake Manabo, like I didn't know who it was. So then I just found out, and my mind, for some reason my mind was blown because I still can't put two to two together that was Yesterday Jose.
Yeah.
Because of the hair. It's like you wouldn't expect fake Manabo to have straight hair.
Yeah, no, I know it's I was even dumbfounded when I first seen that video of his debut as fake Manabo. I was like, holy shit! I was like, and I showed my baby mom, I showed my brothers and stuff like the video, and they were like, oh my god, like how did you find your twin? And I was like, that shit's crazy, right?
But yeah, then he came as Yesterday Jose, and he has like the straight, slick down hair, and like I was just like staring at that picture for a good like 10 minutes. Like,
Ace said take it deep.
Wow. Okay, Ron Post, relax.
Ace said take it
Dick Rider.
oh yeah, tell him who else is in the chat. So we got the whole crew here.
Pete too.
Oh, Pete? Pete. Wow, another fucking loser. Can't even win a death match. He didn't even show up.
Tommy says clearly we are superior. A says OGS, and Pete says most tag team wins.
Yeah, okay. Wow. All right. The Northeast Power Trip versus Doom Crew is coming. It's coming. But where do I go? Ryan, the other way. Yeah, you can go the other way. That makes sense. I would set the lights up. Yeah.
Well, don't forget too. They also said that Tommy said Ali versus Vlad for old time's sake.
Oh yeah, Ali versus Vlad. Ali wants you. Yeah, Tommy wants you versus Vlad again.
No, I'm not taking that 5 again, bro.
Ali does not. Ali does not want to take an F5, bro. Never again, son.
Why? What's so bad about an F5 from Vlad?
Okay, so it's not even from Vlad. It's just an F5 in general. So like, the only way to explain it is you just have to take an F5, and I don't recommend taking an F5 by anybody.
It's not fun because when your nuts hit the canvas, it hurts.
Yeah, your nuts it hurts. Yeah, I actually when Vlad gave me the one and only time that me and Vlad really had a conversation. I mean, we've like had banter back and forth. We kind of went at it in the one Regal Rumble. It was the Regal Rumble review, I think it was, or whatever. But Vlad gave me that 5 back in Super Graham's yard all the way. And I was nervous as fuck. Like all before the taping. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I had to turn the light over. There's a cop. But I'm like, I was nervous. I was so nervous at taping about taking this F5, and Cletus and Ollie had to actually or no, not Ollie. Ollie wasn't there yet. Lance and Cletus were just like, yo, you'll be all right. Just lay out flat. And it took us 3 tries for Black to give me that 5 because I was so scared. And he gave it to me, and I landed on the mat flat like he's supposed to, slap my nuts. And my knee actually got, the way my knee hit, it kind of just bent, and you see me flop over. And I grab my knee, and at that video, when Grim cuts it, comes back to it, I'm actually laying on the ring, and we're all yelling at each other like I'm on the ring apron outside. I legit couldn't walk. I legit couldn't walk. So ever since then, I refuse to ever take an F5 from anybody ever again. So that's why, if anybody's wondering, me and Vlad never had that confrontation or a big match like that, because That's Vlad's finish. And I try to make everybody look good in wrestling, and I just can't do that without taking his F5. You know what I'm saying?
Think of all these people that versus Brock Lesnar then. F5, F5, F5.
F5, exactly.
Think of The Undertaker at his age.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what's I wrong?
Creed said Pete Corvus is the true legend. Tommy is up there.
Pete's trash. Tommy jumped off of a ladder. Yeah, he is gigantic. He's a legend, bro. Tommy is a legend, bro.
Ace said, nope, not Ron. Post, I'm still running shows.
I'm still running shows. You right, Ace. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but you right, Ace.
Pete Gore says, huge pop. All right, so Tommy said Ali versus Jimmy.
Ali versus Jimmy. He doesn't want that. That's not. Ali versus Jimmy, yo.
So Tommy also said it's not the move itself, talking about the F5. It's the fact that we are fat as fuck and our fat asses were crashing into the mat.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're right, Tommy. You're right, fucking Tommy. You're gonna make a write-up. You're not being right.
Did you see Impact with, no spoilers here. I did not see Impact. Thank you very much. Slammiversary. What?
Say it again?
Someone was just asking me if I saw this, what happened on Slammiversary.
Oh, Slammiversary. No.
I didn't watch it. Are you planning on watching it?
Nah. I'm not a big TNA dude. I
All
never really
right.
was.
So then I can say it then without anybody getting mad. If you haven't watched it, then mute this part, maybe? I don't know.
I need to know where I'm going, Brian. Go to the left. Go to the left.
So yeah, someone asked if I saw the debut of Heath Slater in Impact.
Oh, nice.
And that he zigzagged somebody, apparently.
Yeah. Gotta figure Slater was going over there. Yeah, like.
Carl Weezer in the house, what's up? So who would you say is the dream opponent to face in GTS right now? Obviously you got the newer guys in there now. You have been there in a while. Who would you step into on the current roster right now?
Kurt Bale. I would definitely want to go one-on-one with Kurt Bale the way he is now. Definitely Tony Chini. Perfect hooligan. Kurt Bale and Hollywood. That would be a great match. Yeah. Hollywood hooligan and Kurt Bale versus me and Ollie. That would be a great match. Tony Chini, like I said, go one-on-one with the Royal Familiar Cat. With Cat and Tony Chini. No, Cat's not beating your ass again. Cat is shout out to Katrina there, yo. She's lit, yo. Cat is, that's my homegirl right there. You know, she's the shit, bro. She's the shit. She's gonna go far in this business, man. She's so dope, bro.
So if you could bring one character back from the OG, like the Yard, and when you guys were just starting to be into now, who would you bring? Like when we were talking earlier about like the Ice Demon or like even Slender or MJ Appleballs.
I would either bring back the Ice Demon or I'd bring back Vlad.
Vlad?
Characters? Yeah, Vlad. Vlad's my nigga, bro. Like, yo, that's my dude right there. We love Vlad, man. You know, he decided to go out and be a doctor, so shout out to Vlad.
No clowns?
No, fuck clowns. no clowns. No clowns? No, Ollie loves clowns, so yeah, definitely no clowns, though.
Have you seen, so I got this thing here. I would love to like debut wearing it, but
He's wearing it. Yeah. You know, characters. I definitely think Jimmy Controversy would wear that. That boy loves to be different characters.
Yeah.
You know, no, big fucking shock alert. Jimmy Controversy actually spent $700 on that Tito the Clown mask, which we rip him for it all the time, yo. You get Jimmy on your show, ask him about that, yo. He gets really into those fucking characters, bro.
I tried to get Jimmy on, but I don't. He thinks he's so big and doesn't want to respond to me.
Yeah, Jimmy is, you know, Jimmy got a big head now.
He thinks he's John Cena all of a sudden. I'm like, what the fuck?
So, the problem is with Jimmy is Jimmy doesn't know how to stop being in character. That's his problem. That's why Jimmy isn't going as far as he should be going because he doesn't know how to stop being out of character. You know what I mean?
Tommy Salami said Jimmy could be on or could have been on TNA.
Yes. Jimmy could have been on TNA and he blew that because of the WrestlePro connection.
Oh, he had an opportunity to do that?
I'm doing this goddamn car. Fucking animals. See what happens when you pick up a pregnant hooker and their pimp and then two more fucking Johnnies come out here, bro. We're trying to make these bitches money and they act like animals, bro. Not paying shit. Fuck you. You playing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't have it. Here, here's a
Sounds like you guys are having a good old time.
Yeah. Man, we are. Here, CC, do you want to use Devin's mask? It's Devin's mask. No, man.
Well, see, you have one over on Pete then, because Pete doesn't like the clowns either.
Right. Close the door. Oh, fucking animals, bro.
So if you had to face anybody in any promotion, who would you want to face off against?
Oh, in any promotion?
Any promotion.
See, that's so hard because I'd want to face fucking everybody in the big promotions. Oh, God. Like, that's, you know.
To me, one stands out.
I mean, I would love to face an NXT. I would love to face fucking Keith Lee. I would love to face him.
Carl Weezer says, Matt Castle, I miss him.
We miss Matt Castle too, bro. I've actually, the King. I've actually tried to reach out to Castle, but he, you know, he don't really talk too much to anybody.
He lost some weight, lost his virginity, and now he's too good for everybody.
Yeah, but you know, basically, that's how that works, you know.
Castle Crash.
Yeah, Castle Crash. So NXT Keith Lee. The main roster, see, that's real tough too. I mean, those guys phenomenal. Right now, it'd probably be Drew McIntyre I'd want to face.
I'm surprised you didn't say Samoa Joe.
Well, I mean, yeah, definitely with Samoa Joe.
That would be the GOAT. That's the one I was talking about. So you have a comment saying Manabo is so hot.
Who?
Manabo is so hot.
Who said that?
Tony Cini.
Tony Cini. Oh, hey, paisano! Mi amore, yo, Tony Cini. Oh, I love this. Yo, listen, when I tell you guys that Tony Cini, bro, yo, man, ooh, that kid is fucking phenomenal, bro. Ooh. Great, the fucking
Mr. Steel Girl.
The best gimmick in fucking professional wrestling right now, bro. Indie scene, WWE, NXT, TNA, doesn't fucking matter. Any wrestling school, yo, he has the best fucking gimmick, bro. Best gimmick ever, bro.
You know he's fired though at the moment.
I mean, that's all right. That's okay.
Have you
He'll be
been
back.
Have you been keeping up with the product a little bit, or?
I've watched here and there. To be honest, it like pains me to watch because I'm not on there.
Yeah.
And so it hurts because I know I just want to be in the ring with the guys. And I get a little upset about shit.
They don't want to be in the ring with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Trini to win and get his job back, he has to have Francesca win the GTS title from Philly Mike Swanson.
Yes. Again, like I said earlier about Francesca, I call her Katrina, her real name.
Power bomb off the top.
Not bad, but Francesca, she's fucking phenomenal, she's gonna go so far in this business, just like Gigi will, bro. I'm telling you, they're the fucking power couple to beat, man. She is a hooker. Definitely hookers, Definitely hookers,
So, do you think? So you think she's gonna beat Philly Mike Swanson then?
100%. Yeah.
Hell yeah. 100%.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Francesca's definitely gonna beat Philly Mike Swanson, Yeah, but
what are your thoughts on KBA?
Yeah, he's all right. I don't.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Next.
Black midget. Remember that guy? Who was the black midget?
I don't fucking remember.
Remember? Come on, he was like a leprechaun, but he was black. Dude, I fucking knocked his ass out. Who? You don't remember?
JJ?
No, it was a little midget black dude.
There was no.
Yes, there was. Oh my god.
Anyway, go
I
ahead.
swear to God, I called him a hood leprechaun or some shit.
Anyway, listen, you can work through the GPS roster, and I can give you my opinion on them. I'll tell you right now.
All right. Nightmare.
Nightmare, trash, absolutely garbage.
Onslaught.
Onslaught, big man. He can move for a big man. He's got to work on some shit, but he's alright. Old, outdated, but outdated.
Hitman Jones.
Hitman Jones, boy, yeah, I thought I had great character. Hitman's got good character. He's a high fly.
Jim boy,
he's fucking great. Man. He's great.
Joey Angelo.
Who? Joey Angelo.
Jay the Key Evans.
Jay, he's retired. He's not on the roster. Yeah, he's retired. He retired like 8 times. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. About 2 years ago, Jay had it. Jay was up and coming. Jay was about to be the hottest thing on the independent fucking scene. And then much like a lot of the other guys on it, like on fucking GTS, they got fucking fury eyes. They got Rob Fury got into their head. They became SWF fucking drones. And they were basically never wanted to wrestle anywhere because they were afraid that, that Rob Fury was going to take away booking from them, blah, 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 blah. Jay Jay's still young. He can still go. And I believe in Jay. But I wish I had his natural talent. I gotta work to get to where I want to be. Jay has natural talent. If he get up out of his own head, get off his ass, and leave the bitches alone, he'll be fine.
He's the YouTube champ right now.
Right now he is. So
he retired 2 months before he got it.
Yeah, so don't care. Let's see if Jay can finally stay on that path and go beyond GTS. Again, love GTS.
Don't worry, he'll go to LCW.
Yeah,
right, Ace?
Right, Ace will go to LCW.
Jake Cage.
Jake Cage. All right, so Jake actually moved to Florida. Jake has pedigree in him. We all know, his dad at, AJO Pro Wrestling. RP to
He
his
got a
mom.
little touchy-feely in the ring, though.
You know, yeah, I mean, you know,
He broke my butt once or twice.
yeah, Nick likes little, you know, grabby grab, if you know what I'm saying. It's not on the other side, you know. But Jake's got the making of it all. I mean, he's got fucking size, strength. He can move, bro. Like he's your prototypical big man, straight edge, straight all the way, bro. Yeah, bro.
Grim.
Grim? Fuck Grim. No. Again, yo, Grim. Grim for a fat dude, yo. Grim for moving the ring, bro. He's light on his feet, phenomenal, bro. People give him shit for being, you know, a YouTuber and making mockery of wrestling, but it's not, bro. Like, yo, it's not.
He's an entertainer. Grim entertains. That's it.
Grim is an entertainer, point blank period, bro. And like I said, Grim gave a lot of us a platform to reach out to people that we never thought was possible.
And he gives a pretty good Dutch rider.
Definitely good Dutch rider, bro. Definitely.
Doo-Hop.
Doo-Hop? Doo-Hop's my dude, yo. That's my dude. I like Doo-Hop.
Kamikaze.
Is he even a wrestler?
His back always hurts. Nah, actually not. Let me stop, yo. Tom is cool, yo. Tom is cool.
That owes me $20.
Definitely owes me $20, so I touch his nose. He'll tell people that, but you know, so.
Drax Mason.
No, Drax is a jobber. Ace. No, Drax is definitely up, boy. Drax is a jobber.
Yeah, what about Ace? There you go.
Who?
Ace Marksman.
Ace. Oh, what can we say about Ace?
I'd rather not say.
I'd rather not say. No comment on Ace.
I might drop your book.
That's my boy, yo. I love Ace, man.
Soda Pop Smith.
Yeah.
He's got his little company going on. He's doing his thing. Nobody can be mad at that.
Yeah, man. Definitely proud of him and LCW on.
Soda Pop.
Soda Pop Smith. Soda Pop Smith. I mean, Soda is.
Oh my God! You're partner's back.
Hard as that, bro.
What the hell? You should call me. Come to a complete stop.
And then go, right? Yeah, it definitely is, bro. Oh, gosh. Soda Pop Smith with Soda. Soda's very good at selling. I'll give him that. He can definitely make your moves look phenomenal. He's a little loose in the head, but that's all right because you have to, you know, be that in order to be a pro wrestler.
I think I tossed him like 20 yards.
Yeah, definitely. I know you
about 20 yards.
I know you definitely saw some salad in the backyard.
Well, that was just 20 seconds. That wasn't 20 yards.
Yeah, that was $20.
So who would you? So okay, this is a good question. Nah. Fake Manabo or Yes Way Jose to be a partner.
Definitely. Wait, as a partner?
Jose. Yes, wait, Jose. He had enthusiasm and
I mean,
it was great.
Yeah, so he was basically like mankind, but I definitely think Jose as like a partner now to be new crew.
Wait, George, you don't like Apple?
Whoa!
The Mark.
That's
Dude, how much did we have to pay for that?
We out here eating ass. All right, so first of all, I want y'all to know that, yo, I eat ass. I'm not afraid to get big guy. I'm a grown ass man, and I eat ass. I'll eat ass.
Straight up eat ass.
And one of the hookers in the back, she eat ass. That's for sure. They both eat ass. They both eat ass.
With that's confirmed.
Hey, $20 is $20, right?
$20 is $20, exactly. Confirmed.
The Mark.
Yo, why, Danielle, why do you know where Brian lives?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brian's over there fucking doing here right now. All right. So,
The Mark.
the Mark. Like Bravo?
Yeah.
Bravo. I forgot we called him Mark. Yo, Bravo, love Bravo. Phenomenal, got great talent, man. You know, he's big Phoenix teacher. Great teacher to me. You know, I love that dude. He's got to make it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Were you able to go up against Robbie E?
I have done interactions in the ring with him. I wrestled. It was me and it was actually me and Ollie. We teamed up against Robbie and Tony Emerald, my uncle. We teamed up against them. The first warehouse. Teamed up against Robbie E. Robbie E was always good to me. Always gave me great advice. You know, every time I asked him, you know, great dude, and I'm actually really happy for him.
Yeah, from what I hear, he was definitely someone to be around backstage.
Alright, I got you. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, man. I mean, Robbie E's funny as fuck too, bro.
So where did all these? Oh wait, we can't forget Joe Wolf, or can we?
Joe Wolf. Joe Wolf. What did I say about Joe Wolf? I love Wolfie. Wolfie is definitely the mouthpiece.
He's got way too much mouth for his size.
Yeah, his bark is definitely louder than his bite, which is why Wolf definitely fits better as a manager. X-Wing? X-Wing? Let's go for sex. Look at that hooker's eyes light up in the back.
So he should. So should he go back to being the Peter Pan character then?
Nah.
Charlie Bonifer.
Oh, Bruiser is that's our dude, yo. We love Bruiser. He's legit crazy, and that's good to have in your corner. Bruiser, you know, that's our nigga right there. Bruiser is Doom Crew member for life, just like Tommy. Tommy Doom Crew member for life.
Yo, douche your cunts. Relax. If you want to smell better in here, clean your pussy.
I gotta clean the back seat now, bro. Like, you know, but Bruiser, what can I say? Yo, the only thing I would tell Bruiser is he needs to stop changing gimmicks so much. 1 minute he's an Irish warrior, then the next minute he's the butcher for thieves. He's a psychopath.
He's a natural born butcher.
And now he's a natural butcher right now, so.
What about Kurt Bell?
Trash Bell. What can I say about Trash Bell?
He has a conspiracy against him, he thinks.
As always. So the first time I met Trash Bell, I really didn't like him that much. I didn't like his fucking attitude.
I still don't like his attitude.
It was, you know, I get what he was trying to do, but, you know, like, Bell's come a long way. And, you know, Bell and Lance train at CCW. And I'm very proud of Lance, and I'm very proud of Bell.
They both sucked off Grim, too. That's just behind the scenes.
With Bell, though, Bell, like, stepped up, got better in the ring, phenomenal, and now he understands wrestling a lot better. And me and Bell have had a conversation, and I can't tell you how many times, like, he's gone back and looked at his old videos or looked at current matches at GTS or even matches, like, in wrestling in general, and just get mad at that, like, you know, why people aren't doing certain things in the arena. I used to tell him, like, bro, that's what you used to do. And he just can't believe that he never understood it, so he was, like, finally hunkered down and was like, you know what, let me do this. So Bell's great, bro. He's good, man.
Nickel Wise.
Who? Say again?
Nickel Wise, the clown.
Nickel Wise? Fuck Jimmy. Nickel Wise.
Wasn't there another one that was a clown? I forgot who he actually is real. Who the hell was that? The one that had the gun.
Killer something. I really don't remember his name. He wasn't on the show for long.
Yeah, because then he would have the costume off and.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember his name.
Gabby Gilbert.
Gabby was cool. So I met Gabby, I think it was like twice at the warehouse. I know she was dating Jimmy Ray, which that was dope when Jimmy Ray, came to the warehouse. I was around Gabby. I never got to be around Jimmy Ray, and I was actually disappointed about that because I grew up watching Jimmy Ray on TV. And when he was at the warehouse, I was like, yo, this is a fucking huge opportunity for me. But again, my car broke down, had no other fucking cars. So I was like, this fucking sucks. I never got to meet Jimmy Ray in person.
The Red Van Dam. Were you part of? You were there then,
No, I don't think so.
where the van won the title.
Oh yeah, like I remember that, and I remember when Solar Pop Swan signed it.
The raping then?
Yeah. That big rapist that they had.
Oh, we're not allowed to say rape anymore.
Yeah, can't say that. Anyway, so.
Hollywood Hooligan.
Hooligan. All right. So what can I say about Hooligan?
Rape.
He's a high flyer, little dude. He's good. Hooligan's fast.
Peter Kid.
PETA.
I miss PETA.
He's definitely fancy that. Have these animals and fucking figured out of here. But PETA. So I joined the show when PETA was there. Ollie did too, but PETA wanted to go to school. And I actually recently saw a tweet of PETA. Bring us inside so I can drink. Saying, yeah, bro, go inside, bro. Man, you gonna be out here for like 2 hours. No, I'm gonna be a few more minutes longer, bro. I got you. Alright, don't be on my tire, nigga. Ollie, bro. So PETA was like, PETA wanted to go to school, so like kind of stopped showing up one day, and then Griff told us, he's getting the wrestling. But like I said, I actually saw a tweet of his today. It was he either posted it today or like the day before, but today I saw it, and he was like, "Do you guys think I should return to GPS, or am I washed at 20 years old?" I retweeted it. I definitely would like to see him come back.
Kid Christian.
Kid Christian. We're not gonna talk about that.
Who else? Who else was there? Oh, Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby. Shout out Kirby. I'm actually playing Dungeons and Dragons with Kirby next week. Ollie says Kirby's a bitch. That's Ollie. But Kirby, love Kirby, is stop and punch. Kirby's my dude, man.
He's coming on the show as well soon. That one's gonna be fun as well. So how did all these story times with you happen? Like, who started this shit?
So, all right. So basically, in our group chat that we have on Twitter, Grim would talk about like his sex capades, basically, right? And I had a couple of them, and I was telling Grim, about them one time. Like it was just me and Grim just shooting the shit, And he was like, "Bro, Manabo, you have to fucking tell them on YouTube. Like I'll put it on the Patreon." And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Bro, just do it. It'll be fucking priceless."
So then Ollie said,
so then I said, "Can't start the story time with Manabo." So, after like a couple of weeks of going, and then Ollie was like, "Yo, just do it." So I just, that's the story time Manabo came in, man, and that's, in that first warehouse.
You guys ever want to hear about the Chinese finger trap?
I believe it was Ace Marksman who told me, "Hey, yeah, definitely have him tell us the story."
Yes. All right. So, are
you gonna tell us finger trap? Do it. You might as well.
I'm gonna tell.
No.
The screaming single.
No.
The screaming single.
No.
That's finger trap. All right. Ollie wants me to tell the Chinese finger trap story. Now,
no, what all these people don't know is we're actually best friends.
Yeah.
We've been best friends our entire life.
Yeah. Since me and Ollie have been, since we were about 14, me and Ollie have been like, we've been thick and deep. Well, there was a point in time where we didn't talk to each other for 5 years, and we just linked up one summer through a mutual friend, and we got back together like that never happened, But that's friendships, right there. Is Ace and Tommy and Pete still in the chat?
I have no idea. They haven't said anything in a while, but they could be.
All right, well, hopefully they're listening because I think we might have told Tommy this Chinese finger trap story. So me and Ollie, we were like fresh 21 years old, bro. We were fresh 21 years old. We was finally able to legally get in shit at drinking, right? Well, we decided to go to Chinatown. Okay, we went to Chinatown, New York. And let's just say,
there was a lot of sake involved, and these guys got me into a gambling thing where there was this game going on. I had no idea. I could not comprehend what they were doing. They were saying even and odd over and over again. So I was just like, and that was the game, like even or odd on numbers of dice.
But we couldn't understand because they're fucking Chinese.
So we're betting, and I'm winning. I think they're letting me win at this point.
They fucked us, bro.
So at one point they're like, "Oh, go Ali." So I throw all my money on the table, and they're like, "That's not enough." I was like, "All right, I'll bet him."
He bet me. He bet me. Now, mind you, I never had sake before, and neither did he. So we're like, "Hey guys, you want to see my penis?" Type stuff like it. That's how bombed we were, bro. Like we were like, and they were like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, big American penis.
Well, not for me, Ollie, but what I'm saying, but it's all right, But so
it was normal size.
Yeah. So he bets me. He fucking loses. Odd. And I'm like, Annie, it's nothing we are. It's gotta be even. He's like, nah, it was odd, bro. It's odd. So they start like laughing and carrying on in fucking Chinese, Mandarin, whatever they were speaking.
$2,000 and my dignity lost.
Lord,
by one word.
So we were like, all right, fuck it, let's leave, and they wouldn't let us leave. We're like, what the hell's going on? And the scene just started turning angry. Now, mind you, we're both 21 years old, fresh turned 21. This is like 2 weeks after our 21st birthday. He's June 8th, I'm June 10th. So legit, fresh 21. We're pumped full of sake in the middle of fucking Chinatown, and they wouldn't let us leave. And all of a sudden, they give this Chinese finger trap, and they're like, one dude had spoke like a broken English and kind of like pointed to it and was like, you in now. We're like, and then we can go, and he's like, hi, yeah. So we go to put our fingers in it, and they shake their head. No. We're like, what? They point to our dick. Going to our dick. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, everybody barely believes us, and I'm not kidding, They made us put our dicks in this Chinese finger trap, They would not let us leave until we put our dicks in this Chinese finger trap, It was fucking
so they start laughing like hyena laughing. Well, this guy gets so embarrassed that he turns to pull away. You know how the Chinese finger trap works? I grew 3 inches that day. That's just the truth.
It was like the greatest part, bro. Oh man, bro, they laughing. I'm drunk. I'm about to be in tears. He's in fucking pain. The guy, I don't know what the hell happened. The guy goes to take scissors and goes chopping, and I'm like, no, and we fucking run. We're running sideways with our dicks in his fucking finger trap. I'm like, I'm just gonna pull, Ollie. He's like, don't pull. I fucking yanked. And so it was a wrap. We fucking ran out of there for a bit, bro. We stayed in some fucking crack motel that was fucking down. It was definitely a hostel, It was fucking somewhere in fucking Chinatown. Got the next day, had to ice our nuts and fucking got home, and we were like, we'll never speak about this shit again. And so now you're hearing about this now, bro. Story time with Manabo.
That's hilarious. So, I'm assuming you guys haven't been back there since.
No. No, we'll never go back to Chinatown.
I won't even go to New York.
We'll never go. No,
I have never seen the tree, nothing. Nope, won't go back.
I've been to New York before that, since then. But I
won't go back.
refuse to go back to Chinatown. That's it. I know.
I feel like some Wall Street Chinese dude is gonna recognize me. Nope, that's what it is.
Yeah, you remember this guy? Yeah. You should have. I wonder if any of them actually were you. You guys weren't on GTS back then, huh?
No, this was years ago.
We were 21. I didn't get on GPS until I was probably about 23.
Could you imagine if they knew who you guys were?
Oh yeah, forget it, bro.
You guys would have been lucky to just walk out of there like that. So you don't gamble anymore, huh?
No, not I. Ali still does here and there. He plays Hold'em,
It's just poker. It's not gambling.
Yeah, it's just poker. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what are you holding?
Apparently not my dick. I'm trying to say
not our dick.
Oh shit! No, that's fucking hilarious. And did that make it onto the Patreon?
No, actually, no. This is the. Like I said, I believe we told Tommy or Ace about it. I'm pretty sure we told them, and they're fucking rolling. But no, this is the first time that we really told this Chinese finger trap story.
That's what you get on the VIP lounge. We love it. It's a place where you go to have discussions. That's what I love about this is that it's not just like straight up interview. It's not like boring. It's just like a discussion. That's what I love about it. Something different, and it's live too. Who else does things live like that? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you inviting me, on the show.
Oh, I had to get the Manabo, and having Ali here is a nice surprise too. So that's pretty dope.
Of course, man. Of course. We want Doom Crew, baby. Doom Crew for life.
So, is there gonna be ever a match between you guys to find out who's the best Doom Crew member?
I won that match.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right. So
I won that match.
Okay, so after the story you just told me, did you really win that?
That match I won. that night I did not win.
That night you did not win. So me and Eddie, we have had a match. We wrestled each other. I think for high school. For ECW. For ECBW. I forgot a letter. But ECW. We wrestled each other. That was I think 3 years ago too. Yeah, I think so. We were one-on-one in that situation. We've talked about it. We have plans right now to go after the WC tag team titles, and we have plans to go after the FOW tag team titles as well. So and we're gonna see where it goes from there. Because we've been tag teaming a long time together. And like we said, we've been best friends since we were 14 years old. And there's nobody I'd rather have as my partner than him. He's a trash bag sometimes, but I love him nonetheless. I still fight for you. I still fight for you any day, baby.
And you know what you need to do is you need to go ahead, put back on that red shirt, get yourself a hat with gloves, have him put on a green shirt with the overalls again, get him a hat. And you can be the Mario Bros. There you go.
Yeah, you right. Yeah.
Never set foot overalls again.
Never foot overalls again, man.
Favorite NFL team?
The Giants.
Giants are trash.
I know. Listen, I'm a huge Giants fan. I've been bashing them for the last few years. I fucking hate them at the same time. But I bleed blue through and through. Ali is more of a college football fan. He reps Ohio State. The Ohio State Buckeyes boy.
Yes, sir.
But, definitely.
The best of the best, man.
Yeah, I'm a huge Giants fan.
Everybody seems to be Giants fans that I'm talking to. I'm not a Giants fan. I'm from Massachusetts. Well, I live in Massachusetts. I'm not from there. I can't stand the Patriots, though.
Oh, okay. All right. At least not Patriots.
No, I hate that. I hate the goddamn Patriots. No, I like the Bills.
Okay, all right, Buffalo. I respect it.
Sorry to hear that.
And I lived with Cowboys fans too, so there you go.
Let me go drink.
Go ahead, go drink. I'll be in there in like 10 more minutes. All right,
Yeah.
go drink.
Shit. Story time with Manabo. That was something for sure. Well, when are you gonna? So you don't know when you're gonna be back to GTS. So it all depends on the car situation, right?
Me and Ollie were actually talking, today, and I'm in my van right now, as you guys see. This is my nice van. So, we were talking. We're gonna try to show up soon. Next week we're both busy on the weekend. I'm staying out at Seaside for a friend's birthday party. So if you guys are out in Seaside, anybody out in Seaside, you guys might see me on the boardwalk. And Ollie works overnight on Sundays, so it's like he has an overnight job, which is Sunday through Thursday, and then he's off Friday and Saturday, but then he'll sleep on Sunday. So, but we're gonna figure it out. I've been in touch with Grim. Also, I'm dealing with a knee injury, and I'm trying to get my weight under control. Before I go, this is what I want to touch with everybody. So when you post this video out, all that, people will see this. I would love to do another interview with you, and I'm gonna touch more of it on Twitter and Instagram. So besides my cars always blowing up on me, I got into depression and just I couldn't stop eating, and I just got out of shape, and I didn't want to wrestle. I didn't have love for wrestling anymore at the time. Like I let people ruin that for me. Wrestling people in the wrestling industry, I let them ruin that for me, which is fucked up on my part because I shouldn't let nobody ruin it. But I have. That's happened before. Tired of the politics and the drama. But my weight, like it's hard for me to talk about it because like my weight is always my issue. Through my whole life, I've struggled. I've been skinny one year, and the next year I've been way overweight. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to not be able to protect somebody I'm working. If me and Grim are in the ring, Grim is in shape. Like yes, Grim is heavy set. Yes, guys call him fat, whatever you want to call him. He's heavy, but Grim is in great ring shape. I haven't even been in the ring. So on top of being out of ring shape and out of shape myself, I'm not good to protect anybody. Me and Ollie did a match against Kurt Bale and Hollywood Hooligan and Tony Chini and Francesca at UWC. And I'm sure you guys seen it on Tony Chini's YouTube channel and Twitter, or whatever. I couldn't do a lot in that match, which is why, for the most part, Francesca and Hooligan beat me up in the corner. I was because I'm just so out of shape, and I'm out of breath. I got the knee injury from that match. So like I'm just trying to get my body right. And I've been saying it for a while. To Grim, I miss coming there, but again, with car problems, being out of shape and in depression, I'm trying my hardest. So I've had a fire lit under me lately. So I've actually lost 3 pounds in the last 2 weeks. I'm proud of myself for that. My ultimate goal right now, I'm at my heaviest I've ever been. Well, now with the 3 pounds lost, I'm right now sitting at 323. So being 326, that was the heaviest I ever been, like 327 ever in my life. There was a period for like 3 years straight at Grimm's, actually, when I first started. I was 250 pounds for 3 years straight, but I was working out then, eating better, whatever. So my goal is to get down to at least like 280 before the summer is over. And that way I'll start to feel a lot better. And just in the 2 weeks of eating better and just going for a walk, around my local high school track, I've been able to wake up easier in the morning. So I just want to let all you guys know that, I am part of the GTS roster, and I love those guys. And I know those guys are always asking when I'm going to come back. I know, some of the OGs and some of the new guys, they're like, oh, yeah, Manabo, you just blow smoke under our asses. You don't really want to come back here. Grim kind of felt that way sometimes, but it's just really not that. It's just like, like I said, I just battle with depression, and I just want to protect everybody in that ring because, at the end of the day, it's a brotherhood. Whether you see the bad guy, good guy or not. Now, yeah, is there legit beef between people sometimes, like in real life? Absolutely. Like, you got to be professional. You know what I'm saying? And me, like, I work safe. I don't take risks in the ring like that. I'm not a big high flyer. You know, I don't take crazy outside bumps. You know, Jay, like Jay and Kamikaze, those guys had back issues. Like Jay at his age, at 23 years old, he had to quote unquote retire because his back had a bulging disc, and it was making him think things. You know what I'm saying? So like, but that's because Jay, takes those risks, takes those outside bumps. That's cool and that's entertaining, for that night. But the risk you have on your body, long term effect, that's why they, that's why like the Miz is about longevity, man. Guy's been doing it for years. His work safe, never ever hurt like that, So everybody could take a piece for him, But instead, you got today's wrestling where all these guys are doing 18 Canadian destroyers through fucking flaming glass tables. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's not me. I just want to be able to, protect the guys, lift them up the right way, slam them down the right way. You know what I mean? So.
And I think that that takes a lot to talk about, and yeah, much respect on that, because I'm not no skinny guy myself. And again, I was the same way. I used to be all throughout high school. I was a skinny little twig, and yeah, after I graduated and got out of there in 2012, from then until now, don't even recognize the same guy I used to be. It's crazy. Like I'm up to about 270 myself. And when I was in 2012, I was only 120. So there's that. Same type of deal. Yeah, I like food,
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, Matt, much respect. I think everybody will agree in the chat or in the comments when they watch it earlier is yeah, no, they can understand that.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna be back as soon as I can.
And we definitely would love to see you back and Doom Crew. We want to see that match. I think Doom Crew versus Northeast Power Trip.
Yes, definitely, no doubt, no doubt.
And we'll have to bring you back in for another story time with Manabo in the future. But where can they find you? Where can they find you?
All right, so you guys can find me on Twitter, which a lot of you guys have me on Twitter. At CIMLAPU. I'm trying to get my Instagram popping, so my Instagram is Manabo_rules with a Z. So if you can, somehow work that in there, however you want to do it, put it up. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter, my and Instagram. I usually link my Facebook account, not my personal Facebook, but my Manabo Facebook, to my Twitter and to my Instagram. So you can find me there on Facebook as well.
Yeah, like I said earlier, so a lot of people were watching Slammiversary, and so this is gonna go up right after I hit end. It's gonna go right up, and it'll be out there for everybody to watch, and I will definitely tweet it out again. So thank you guys for showing up tonight. Thank you, Manabo, for showing up. Had a great conversation with you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And I think it's just fitting to end with that catchphrase, huh?
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, I want to say I appreciate you guys. Without the fans, me, myself, a lot of GTS rosters, any professional wrestler, we wouldn't be anything. So, you like that? Yeah, you do.
There we go. Alright, guys, until the next one, we will see you on Monday when Gay Mysterio comes on, and then we have Tuesday, possibly another one I'll announce. Wednesday, we'll have Landscaper come on, so that's going to be fun. And then we got another YouTuber on Thursday. We got Chris Van Vliet on Friday, and then we got Ziggy Dice next Sunday. So we got a stacked week coming up.
Definitely. Hey, when you talk to Landscaper, ask him about our training together.
I certainly will. I certainly will. and I'll give you a link to that. But yeah, Manabo, stay on the call for just a second afterwards, and just a couple seconds, and for everybody else, we're gonna leave you here. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night, guys.